Today it's Shoregate and Wildwood, and Harry shows us what makes these two so special.
I always think, and maybe this is at the top of the list when I think of Wildwood, the greens always are in great condition.
We're very proud of our greens. The speed of the greens is not overly
Shoregate
fast.
is a very challenging, very exciting golf course. We rest on 245 acres.
I think it brought in something like $26,000. This thing's, like I say,
Hi everyone, and welcome to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. I'm Ellen Koloje. Harry Donahue will be along in just a few minutes. Today we continue our tour of the shore with two more outstanding golf courses in the greater Atlantic City area. Today it's Shoregate and Wildwood, and Harry shows us what makes these two so special. That's coming up next on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management.
Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts. By PlayACGolf.com. Visit PlayACGolf.com to plan your Atlantic City golf getaway, where the play continues well into the night. By Club Champion, better fit, lower scores. Visit our Ballackinwood location. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Defining a target, realizing a dream. Susquehanna Bank can help you get your plans off the ground. Whether you're sending kids to college or doing something special for yourself. Susquehanna's financial advisors are worth talking to. We can help you find the smartest way to borrow money and save money in the process. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts for dreamers like you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi everyone, Ron Jaworski here. I just want to let you in on a little secret. Here, just outside of Atlantic City, you'll find some of the top-rated golf courses in the world. Imagine playing these championship courses during the day, then playing your hand at something else at night. Casinos, bars, clubs, shows. Atlantic City has something for all the ways you like to play. So pack your bags for the ultimate golf getaway. Do AC and play AC Golf. AC Golf, where the play continues well into the night.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. We are at Wildwood Golf and Country Club, right off the Garden State Parkway, with Fred Rydell, host professional and director of golf. Fred, give us a little history of Wildwood Golf Club. It goes back a little ways, doesn't it?
It does. 1916 was when the club was founded. 5 individuals purchased this property, which was a farm. And it took a couple years, I think 2 years. They did a little 9-hole homemade golf course, and then they commissioned Wayne Stiles in 1920 to begin designing what's basically the current layout, with a few exceptions, but so really it's been around for a long time.
I've had the opportunity to play here several times over the years, and I know each time I come out here, I never get tired of playing Wildwood. There are some great views when you get on certain holes looking back toward the island and seeing Wildwood and Stone Harbor and Avalon. And the other thing is, I always think, and maybe this is at the top of the list when I think of Wildwood, the greens always are in great condition.
We're very proud of our greens. The speed of the greens, it's not overly fast that they're unplayable, but we try to keep them running fast, and you've got to stay below the hole if you can. And you have to avoid short-siding yourself, the pin's left, you don't want to miss left, that sort of thing. And you really don't want to go over any of our greens. It's a very challenging course, but it's a very player-friendly course. You won't go through a lot of golf balls here, but it'll challenge you. It'll make you use every club in your bag.
Now, Fred, I know you've been here. This is actually your second stint, and you came back in 2004.
Right.
So you know this place as well as anybody. Are there maybe a couple holes that you would want to point out to us as maybe being, for you, maybe signature holes?
I love every hole on this golf course, but I think what we should probably focus on would be a few of the finishing holes. 15, 16, 17, I think are 3 of the best holes in South Jersey, and I think that would be where I would like to go.
Well, let's go out to 15. All right, Fred, we are beginning our tour here at number 15. We're on the tee box. Looks like we have nice dogleg right. Tell us about this hole.
It's a great hole. It's a par 5. It's average length. It's but one of the better par 5s that I've played, and it's certainly one of the better holes in South Jersey, I think, is a par 5. The tee shot, it seems fairly wide open. It's not, you know, very tight there. The longer hitter, you want to be left of center if you want to have a chance to go for it in 2. But really, that's where the fun starts, is on the second shot. The second shot is very challenging, whether you're going for the green or whether you're approaching, or whether you're trying to set up your approach. So it's a terrific hole.
Fred, we're about 275 from this vantage point as we look at the hole. What would be your aim now from here?
From here, it's just a little bit out of my range to get to the green, so I wouldn't be going for the green. I'd just be going for the biggest part of the fairway to create a nice approach. Where those folks are hitting in from, they're right now at about 140 into the green. That's actually the tightest part of this fairway. So if you want to hit a shorter club and aim there, that's an option, but that's a very narrow part of the fairway. So it's wider the further you hit it here.
Fred, up here on the green at this hole, and boy, the pin placements abound almost, don't they? You got like 5 or 6 that you could put this pin.
It's a terrific green. I love this green. There's so many options here, and you know, whether it takes you 2, 3, 4 shots to get here, once you get here, you've got another adventure. So terrific green, and we're standing in an area right now where the view is just terrific, overlooking Stone Harbor and Avalon across the salt marsh. So really good green. If you get away from here with 2 putts or less, you've really done something.
You really get that sense of being down the shore when you're standing here looking back over toward the islands.
We are at the shore, yes, sir.
So tell us about this par 3, number 16.
Well, it's a good follow-up to 15. With today's wind, a little left to right, it brings that water into play a little bit more. It's not as difficult to carry the water as you would think. It's an optical illusion. The hole is not that long. It plays from 108 at the forward tees back to 155. But dependent upon the wind, I've hit anywhere from pitch and wedge to 3-iron on this tee. And again, the green's very interesting. You can see where the hole's located today, in front of that hump. You don't want to be left or beyond that. So it's a really good little par 3, and it's very pretty as well.
Fred, let's talk about now. Wildwood is one of the few private clubs down here at the shore, so your members only play, but you do have opportunities for outings, special events here, I'm sure.
Yes, yes we do, and we got involved with Greater Atlantic City Golf Association because we wanted to expose people visiting the area to our nice property here and our beautiful course. I mean, you mentioned earlier that we're right off the parkway, but you can't see us. So a lot of people don't know we're here. So you know, there are opportunities to get into some sort of membership that fits your needs.
Somebody who found Wildwood Golf Club back in the 50s, a gentleman by the name of Arnold Palmer. And
who's he?
Yeah, exactly. And Wildwood has never forgotten Arnie. There is a room, the Arnold Palmer room. Tell us a little bit of the history, how Arnold Palmer and Wildwood Golf Club got together.
Arnold was stationed here at Cape May at the Coast Guard base. He's Coast Guard, as many people know. And in 1951, I believe it was, he was here for the entire summer in the area, and was allowed to come and play and practice here during that entire summer. And yeah, he talks about Wildwood once in a while. Every once in a while, it'll come up. So he really did spend some time here that particular summer, and we're proud of that. And
well, if he could putt the greens at Wildwood, it's no surprise how well he did at Augusta after getting some practice out here.
Well, I would hardly compare us to Augusta, but we are proud of our greens, very much so. And it's not Augusta, but it's good golf here at Wildwood.
Fred, thanks for giving us a tour.
Thank you for having us.
A look and a little bit of the history of Wildwood Golf Club. And if you want more on Wildwood Golf Club, you can go to our website, InsideGolf.net. And our next stop at the Jersey Shore, a spot where the golf and the food are equally fantastic.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at PlayGolfAmerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, PlayGolfAmerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. PlayGolfAmerica.com, your link to the game.
Here's a chance for you to get away and play some great golf at a great resort.
The IBEROSTAR Golf Team Championship Mexico, hosted by the spectacular IBEROSTAR Cancun Resort and Spa.
The date is February 24th to the 28th, and it's open to
teams of 2 amateurs playing a best ball format, or pro plus 3 amateurs playing in a Pro-Am division.
And it's an all-inclusive.
All your meals, premium drinks, entertainment, and fantastic golf.
For more information,
IBEROSTARGolfResort.com.
And welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. We are at Shoregate, right outside of Sea Isle City along Route 9, and Shoregate is ranked one of the top 20 courses in New Jersey, private or public. Harry Bittner. Harry, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Harry.
Harry, the host pro here at Shoregate. Harry, how would you describe this golf course? It's been open, what, a little more than 10 years.
This is our 10th anniversary, actually, this year. Shoregate is a very challenging, very exciting golf course. We rest on 245 acres of beautiful tree-lined fairways. We have no houses around the golf course. You feel like when you enter Shoregate, you're entering a different world. It's a very dramatic golf course at the shore.
Right, and there's not a flat green on the golf course either, is there?
Not a flat green, and frankly, a lot of undulation in the fairways for a shore golf course.
And every hole, nothing repetitive. Every hole, like you said, is an entity within itself by design and also location. And you never get tired of playing a 18-hole track like this.
We find most people come back here and they have a lot of memories of a lot of different holes, which is quite a testament to the golf course.
Now, you're going to be our tour guide today here at Shoregate. Harry, why don't we begin right here? This is the 7th hole.
Yes.
On the tee box, looking at a rather dramatic par 4 dogleg right. Tell us about it.
Of course, at the shore, we have a lot of sand. So we have a very large waste area that borders the right-hand side of the fairway. It's a dogleg to the right, par 4. It's very, very strategic tee shot. You want to hit normally a 3-wood or some type of hybrid club off the tee.
We can see that 150-yard mark.
Because that would be your ideal target.
And from the normal tees, what are we talking about to get it out to that position?
About 240 yards from the blue tees.
You know, Harry, there are some holes where they say, well, this is a second shot hole. Here, it's a first shot hole and a second shot,
correct.
Maybe a third and fourth.
Well, if you make par here, I think most people are very, very happy. It's an underrated hole in that respect. It plays harder than it looks in some ways because of the sand and also the importance of putting your tee shot in play.
All right, Harry, we have moved over from number 7 here to the number 12 tee box. And what's here at number 12?
Another great par 4 here at Shoregate. This is a nice, fun tee shot in the sense it's a slightly downhill tee shot that, again, you must ideally drive the ball in the fairway. You have trees right and a little bit of fescue left. It is a pretty generous driving area, though, so most people find they do hit the driving area, and then they have a very exciting second shot.
You know, we've seen the undulation of the greens with the fairways also. Did they have to move a lot of earth to get that?
Very little dirt was moved to build Shoregate. It's a natural, beautiful piece of land.
Well, Harry, here we are. We're left to the green, but this gives, I think, everybody an idea of the elevation shifts.
Yes.
I mean, you and I are both well over 6 foot, and we're just eyeballing the level of the green.
Yeah, again, it's all natural. If you're in one of these bunkers, you have a very challenging bunker shot, which most people would certainly say is not indicative of a shore golf course.
And on both sides of the green on this particular hole, too, because you got the water, but you also have another bunker on the right side.
It's bunkered right and left, so it's a very well bunkered green.
Now, this is number 15, and I know from playing here, it's demonic. I mean, it can be demonic. You talk about a challenging hole. Yeah. We have met the challenge right here.
Very underrated. It's when you look at it from the tee, you think, oh, it's a nice soft tee shot, a fairly easy second shot, but as you play the hole, I think you learn to appreciate it more and more.
Now, from the white tees, we see that 150-yard marker out there. We're talking about 200 yards to the 150 marker, right? And then, of course, the hole gets very interesting.
Yeah, and I think the key advice I would have for most players on this hole would be to keep it left off the tee. I think a lot of people try to cut the corner here a little bit and they end up actually driving it into the water. It does come into play.
Now, we'll see, when you get up there on your approach shot to the green, from 150 in, water obviously comes into play. It's right there, a big pond in front of the green and up the right of it. And you were saying to me about how most people tend to under-club themselves. And here's a prime example.
Yes.
How many guys will be over and behind this green rather than in front, short, and in the water?
Extremely rare that anybody would be over this green. Almost every player I see play this hole, if they did not land on the green, they're short of the green. And the prevailing wind is usually in your face here, as it is today a little bit. And it's, frankly, they underestimate how difficult the shot is to hit. So they need to take more club and try to get over the green. I think they'd be surprised most of the time they would end up on the green.
So there's your advice, folks. When you come here to this demonic 15th hole, remember what Harry Bittner said. One more club at least.
Yes.
Go long.
Yeah.
It's not that bad a shot. All right, we are on the green here at number 15, narrow green.
Yes.
You got bunkers to the left, you got the water to the right,
Yes.
and in front. I mean, this has everything when
Absolutely.
that second shot is in your mind.
This is one of the holes where you say to yourself after you play it, boy, I may have played that a little differently. For instance, a lot of people find they want to be in the front of this green, but the reality is you're actually a little more generous in the back. And so again, the club selection from the fairway is critical. I think most people would find, again, if they hit more club, they're better off.
One thing I'm going to keep in mind, Harry, what we were talking about earlier, how many times I'll be behind the screen and not short, or God forbid,
And it's very generous.
aquatized.
Yeah. It's very generous behind the green.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
Yes.
Oh boy, you know, it's that time of the day, folks. Lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime with Harry Bittner at Shoregate means, as I said earlier, maybe the best grilled hot dog at the Jersey Shore. Let's see. Well, here's Jane, Harry, and it looks like she's ready for us. What do you think?
She is. I can't wait.
Well, Jane, what do you got? Oh, you going to grill the rolls for us?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody likes their rolls grilled?
A little toasted, they're fresh.
Is that what makes the hot dogs here at Shoregate so good? Because they have such a reputation.
Well, it's Sabret's hot dogs.
Uh-huh.
And they're delicious. They're all beef hot dogs. And yeah, we don't really overcook them unless somebody asks us to overcook them. So we just cook them just right, and then they stay in the warmer.
Boy, okay.
And I don't think you'll be disappointed.
I don't think so. I've never been disappointed. They're
No.
great. They look like they're 2-pound hot dogs.
Guys come here to golf to just get the hot dogs. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm one of them. Picture perfect, Jane. You've done it again, huh?
Yes, I have.
Oh, now, do you ever find yourself
Eating a hot
indulging?
dog?
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
You keep that girlish figure?
Oh, yeah, right.
Well,
I try to stay away from them, but they are delicious.
no, they are. You don't mind if I
do not mind.
I
at
don't know
all.
if
Go
it's
right
polite,
ahead.
Harry, to
No, go
eat
right
on
ahead.
camera,
Go
but
right
huh?
ahead.
Part of the golf experience.
It is definitely part of the golf experience at Shoregate. So the next time you're here, Jane will be waiting.
I sure will.
Harry, it's a pleasure. You know. Shoregate Golf Club and Harry Bittner, Jane, the hot dogs. Come on down, folks. We'll continue. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management, continues after this bite. I mean, in just a moment. Boy, this is
Hi everyone, Ron Jaworski here. I just want to let you in on a little secret. Here, just outside of Atlantic City, you'll find some of the top-rated golf courses in the world. Imagine playing these championship courses during the day, then playing your hand at something else at night. Casinos, bars, clubs, shows. Atlantic City has something for all the ways you like to play. So pack your bags for the ultimate golf getaway. Do AC and play AC Golf. AC Golf, where the play continues well into the night.
If 5 friends are having a light beer and they all put their drinks down in the same place, how long will it take to find the Yingling Light Lager? About that long. Because the rich amber color of Yingling Light Lager makes it stand out from the rest. The true lager flavor, however, makes it disappear. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yingling Light Lager, from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
Guests of Inside Golf enjoy dining at Sin Sin, a popular Asian fusion restaurant located on Germantown Avenue in the heart of scenic Chestnut Hill.
And now it's time for Teed Off, brought to you by Yingling, America's oldest brewery.
And it's put in the vault at the
Welcome
RNA.
back Inside Golf. Continues with Teed Off. We are at the Churchville Inn in Churchville, Bucks County, the home of the best baby back ribs in town and hundreds of craft beers. If that's what you're looking for, this is the place to be, the Churchville Inn. Teed Off panel today, Harry Mays is back from 97.5 The Fanatic, heard every weeknight at 10 till midnight. Joe Logan with myphillygolf.com, and Bob Shepard, golf instructor, also writes for phillyburbs.com, and he even has a new book out. We'll get to that a little bit later on, Shep, okay? I'll give you the plug, Shep.
Very good.
I'll give you the plug. Leroy Neiman was the famed artist and passed away in the summer of 2012. Before he did, and it's believed, Joe, to be the last piece of art he did, an oversized golf ball. It was about 3 feet in diameter, typical Neiman splash of colors, his signature on it. He passed away right after that. And they took and had both of the Ryder Cup teams, the Euros and the U.S., sign it, put it on auction, and I think it brought in something like $26,000. And this thing's, like I say, oversized. That probably wouldn't have interested you, or would it?
You know what? 26.
Even if you had the money, though, would you be interested?
Chump change.
You know, if I had a Lamborghini in the driveway, maybe. I'm not a big collector of anything.
Really?
I never collected stamps, coins. I can't think of anything I would pay serious money for.
Autographs? Nothing?
Never been on. I mean, I've gotten autographs from people I was interviewing years and years ago, but I didn't pay for them.
Okay.
I wouldn't, you know, I once interviewed Arnold Palmer years ago, and my father was a big fan, and he autographed something for me, and I gave it to my father, and he loved that.
You putting out $26K for a oversized golf ball painted by Leroy Neiman, Harry?
I love Leroy Neiman, but no, not 26,000, not even 6,000. But I'm not a big memorabilia guy either in any sport. However, there is something I would pay 26 grand for if I had it.
And?
Tiger's old cell phone.
Right. There you go.
Bada bing, bada
That's good.
boom.
That's a good one.
That's good.
I may need more
think the
money
price-
after that once I get the cell
Exactly.
phone.
I think you're going to need a little bit more.
That's sort of a down payment.
A little storyline
Shep?
for another book, huh?
Yeah, that would be. What happened to Tiger's cell phone, Shep? Huh?
I think it overheated and burned out.
CSI Orlando.
Exactly. The Mentalist.
What about you? Were you a collector?
Yeah, you know what? I love collecting. I'm not good at it. I'm not well versed. I have some friends of mine that are really special in it. The vault at St. Andrews, if you ever get a chance to get in there, it is absolutely amazing. There is so many little trophies and things that no one's ever heard about. And when you look at them and you realize the dates on them and the history behind them, it's amazing. There's an event that happens when they elect or appoint a president at the RNA. He stands on the first tee and he hits the ball down the first fairway, and all the commoners or the caddies or whatever you want to call the townspeople run after the ball, and then whoever gets it brings it back and they give him a £1 note. And that ball is replicated in silver and hung on a chain, and it's put in the vault at the RNA. Very special. And that's the one that's always got my attention. I always said, you know what? That would be pretty cool to have all those golf balls. I'm not sure if they're solid silver or coated in silver. I'm not sure. It might even be whatever material it is. But I always thought that'd be about the coolest thing you could ever collect, because there's obviously never going to be anybody who can duplicate it. So the duplication of it, and I think that's invaluable. I don't think there's a value you could put on that, just done.
You know, you said you're not a collector, but how about, like, your lowest round of golf, what was it?
70.
Do you still have the scorecard?
No. You know what I've got?
You didn't even keep that?
Actually, when my father died a few years ago, I inherited his little shrine, a tournament he won, a scorecard with his hole-in-one on it. I've got those. I don't have any of that stuff from me. I got a hole-in-one once. I've still got the ball, but it's not.
It's not in a
paper.
plaque or anything like that.
I don't have the ball.
You had a hole in one.
North Hills number 3.
Oh.
Lost the ball about 4 holes later.
Yeah, and it's going. Probably out of bounds on number 4.
Yeah, it might have been.
How about you, Shep? Anything from your vast career in golf, dating back to whenever. Did you ever keep anything?
Yeah, I have a driver. It's called Blondie, or Big White, they used to call it.
Persimmon driver?
Persimmon driver that it treated me pretty well. I was the pro at Sandy Run for many, many years, and did most of my competitive playing while I was there, and I drove a lot of the greens there. And there's one club that I drove.
Drove the greens.
The first, the fourth.
With a persimmon driver.
The sixth, the seventh, the ninth. Boy. And I drove 13, which you can't do today, but I did it in those days. Almost got on 16, and I've driven 18. So with that driver, because I've hit so many greens, I got that stuck away in the corner. And to me, it means something. It may not be worthless to anybody else. But.
Want to thank Joe Logan, Harry Mays, Mr. Persimmon himself, Bob Shepard. The book is called If They Hadn't Invented Golf, We Never Would Have Needed the Damn Whiskey. And our thanks to the folks here at the beautiful Churchville Inn. Pay them a visit. We'll be back. Inside Golf continues in just a moment. The Churchville Inn is one of Bucks County's most unique dining experiences. There's history, an assortment of great food featuring the best baby back ribs anywhere, a varied selection of craft beers. The Churchville Inn, where good friends and a great meal come together every time.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at PlayGolfAmerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, PlayGolfAmerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. PlayGolfAmerica.com, your link to the game.
It's time light beer got some character. 99 calories, 100% lager. Yingling Light Lager. Rethink your light beer.
Early mornings, late nights, and way too many takeout dinners. Running a business takes energy, determination, and sacrifice. And whether you're a startup, well-established, or somewhere in between, the people of Susquehanna Bank have the knowledge to help you succeed. From cash management solutions to the benefits of local loan decisions, we help keep your business moving ahead. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts for businesses like yours. Member FDIC.
For more golf course tours, swing tips, and deals on greens fees, check out the new teeitupphilly.com. And before we say goodbye, here's how you can get some information on some great golf getaways in Atlantic City.
Well, Harry, you can always go to InsideGolf.net. You can watch past episodes or get a ton of information. And then we also have a special link to PlayACGolf.com. There you can go to that website and enter a special contest to win an Atlantic City golf getaway. And we'd like to mention that all the courses in the Atlantic City area are open. They were not at all affected by Sandy, and that's good news for everyone. Harry, back to you.
And next week, our tour of golf at AtlanticCityGolf.com continues at the Vineyards at Renault Winery, and Ron Jaworski will join us from his Blue Heron Pies. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. And I'll see you next time on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank doing what counts, by PlayACGolf.com. Visit PlayACGolf.com to plan your Atlantic City golf getaway, where the play continues well into the night. By Club Champion, better fit, lower scores. Visit our Bala-Cynwyd location. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.